So literally called Andrew Ewbanks by Sam Sulek as part of a meme that he's smaller than him. What's your opinion of teenagers blasting gear or using steroids in order to get famous on social media?
You want to start this one off since I start the other two?
Yeah, I'll just say like 2 names, and then I'll say like 3 names actually, and then we'll have a discussion because this is a nice like trio of guys that became famous. Well, I guess it's 4 of them actually. So we have Sam Sulek, the Trent twins, and Andrew Ewbanks. So Alex Ewbank, okay? Which of them are natural? Well, we can take like a good solid guess. Anybody on God's green earth can guess that Sam is not natural. Sorry to say, Natty are not beginning on the JRX channel, but this is the beginning of it.
Straight calling beef.
The Trent twins have admitted to using gear, and I don't think they're really like hiding it, and they're not promoting the use of gear or whatever like that. I guess in like a jokey way they do, but that's like their whole image almost is like Trent twins. They're like, yeah, fucking Trent, bro, but they don't take Trent. I don't think so anyway. Maybe I don't know.
Allegedly, there's so many people that are like, oh, I've actually seen them take Trent.
I don't know their like current stack, but I wouldn't be surprised if they're like, I don't know, like at least like the classic gym bro form, like 500 test or something. They're you know, and whatever, I don't know. But they're huge, and could they have got there without gear? Maybe in like their 30s, but they're really young and they got huge. They have great genetics, obviously, but they blast. And then we've got Andrew Ewbanks, right? So literally called Andrew Ewbanks by Sam Sulek as part of a meme that he's smaller than him. Is he natty or not? I don't know. The one thing that he said, he looks amazing, which is like almost to blame. Oh yeah, he's not natty. He could be natty. There's people that look like that natty. It's just a lot of hard work. He could be blasting. I don't judge either way. He's come about using like BPC 157 body protection compound, which is a peptide which is banned by WADA to heal his shoulder, which my opinion of is it's his job, so go for it. I don't think it's not performance enhancing per se if you do research into this. Now,
wow,
as I say at every beginning of every video,
there we go.
Every beginning of every video, allegedly this helps with joint healing and things like this. There's studies out there you guys can read. Don't take my advice, don't take my word for anything. I'm not a doctor. There's a whole spiel at the beginning of the video for this. Okay, so allegedly Alex Ewbank is using this to try to help his shoulder because it's in constant pain. Humans shouldn't be using it. So Andrew Ewbanks, I guess, Alex Ewbank, is not natty if you consider that. But what's the line of being natty and not natty? Jay, sorry I've spoken for so long, but I thought that was like a solid intro, I guess, to the question.
I'm like, just gonna say, so like, I'm not bored. I'm just kind of like looking out the window to make sure that everything's like.
So like, what do you consider natty? Because some people consider taking tests as natty because, oh yeah, bro, it's natural, it's naturally produced. Yeah, I'm sure fucking test sip is naturally produced, and yeah, it comes in a fucking little glass vial in your body. Yeah, but still.
Whether or not like what is considered natty is a very difficult subject to kind of navigate, because you've got something that's like, even technically considering pre is not natty, because your body does not naturally produce caffeine. Your body doesn't naturally produce a lot of things. There's obviously a lot of things like creatine in there that you can naturally create in your body.
But you take such big amounts for that you can never.
You're super like physiologically taking in more.
Like with a diet, it would be so hard to get 5 grams of creatine a day.
But that's where like BPC, for example, even though it's WADA banned, but so it doesn't enhance your performance. All it is it's similar to like when you get a leg injury, for example. When you break your knee, they give you, is it Anavar or is it not D-ball? Yeah, so we're gonna give you a D-ball DECA test deck.
So there have been use cases of Anavar for injury healing. There have been use cases of DECA for injury healing. All of these compounds that people know, like the meme compounds, like DECA, D-ball, well, not Taz, but D-ball, DECA, Equipose, Trend, whatever, like they obviously are not being used now because they have problems with them, right? Yeah. Like they have so many side effects and stuff.
But while I quickly bring that up, encyclamine, I'm probably butchering that name. Enclomiphene, that's the one. I was gonna say. Enclomiphene.
There's a whole trend on TikTok which says, oh yeah, just take fucking enclomiphene. And
It frees up your it lowers your luteinizing hormone and your what's your FSH?
FSH, yeah.
Caffeine's kind of getting buzzing. Yeah, the FSH like hormones.
Follicle stimulating hormone.
Yeah, both of these hormones are completely like boosted. I think it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't want to lower them. That's literally what makes your balls work.
And it's decreases your.
Welcome to the biohacking
estrogen.
channel where we are fucking struggling to understand what to do.
Yeah, I'm so tired. My estrogen is fucking through the roof.
Because I'm blasting clomiphene.
Yeah, so your estrogen is dropped, your FSH and your LH gets boosted, and it's considered a natural free testosterone booster. I just can't speak today.
Well,
and there's studies proving, and I actually looked at one paper because I was kind of curious myself. Maybe one day.
no, don't take clomiphene.
It's probably not really that good. But
Not even on that basis, just don't do it because you're fucking with different parameters. Anyway,
yeah, but yeah, it boosts your. I think it was 200 test up to about 600. So it's not super physiological.
Nanograms per deciliter.
Yes, nanograms per deciliter.
Okay, because some countries have different units.
But it goes from like 200 to 600. So it's nothing super physiological. Essentially, for people who have low test,
you're going
brings it up to baseline.
You're going from hypogonadal to like mid range.
Yeah. Instead of taking like injectable test and it fucking boosts you up to like insane levels, it basically brings you up to a normal level of what a normal human adult does. So if you have normal levels of testosterone, it's probably going to give you like what a good sleep and diet will do for you. But if you're obviously low test, then it's probably worth looking into a doctor.
Yeah. So sorry of our whatever low knowledge on this, but enclomiphene, don't take it because there's a massive trend here on TikTok now. Like, oh yeah, fucking enclomiphene is natty, and you're here taking as a fucking natty test booster. Where back on the day in the forums, guys were taking as PCT.
So just take test.
I mean, that's literally it. Like, the test is best is a thing for a reason because it's produced in the body, it's bioidentical. Obviously, the different forms, you like test, sip, prop, whatever, and you go like
not an anthe, that's triangle.
Test and anthe, yeah.
Oh,
I think you get
anthe, yeah.
So you get cypionate, propionate, and anthe. I think test. Excuse me.
An anthe is the TRT.
Most commonly prescribed here, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'll get like 120 mgs a week, something like this. But see, TRT is a really weird thing because, from my understanding,
sounded kind of sus.
what do you mean? From my understanding, it should. Like, your hormones should be dosed as often as possible in lower doses to stop really high like pulses and fucking up your bloods, going up, down, up, down, up, down. And when you do like micro dosing, like, I don't know, 3 times a week with smaller doses, you've got a more steady baseline of, like, I suppose the fake test that's in your body, because it's not your balls making it anymore, it's you're pinning it essentially. So what doctors tend to do from my understanding, from my research, is they'll be told to pin like a really high amount every 2 weeks. So if you get prescribed 120 a week, you're doing 240 milligrams per 2 weeks, which is nothing, because like the standard bodybuilder cycle is fucking take your 500 tests, bro, like weekly. And obviously that's a quarter of that per week, right? I did the maths correctly, roughly. Did I?
I was just listening.
Yeah.
I was kind of concentrating.
But it's weird. So, but as Jay said, as like a joke, yeah, test is best, but don't do it without the supervision of a doctor. Again, I am not a doctor. Jay is not a doctor. We may keep joking about this stuff, but this is all research and, I guess, injury, harm reduction sort of content, I guess, if you could name it that, because he's bringing this up because it's like a trend on social media, like the enclomiphene thing. But personally, I would never just jump on a random, because we've gone darker. I know. I wouldn't ever go on like a random enclomiphene only cycle. Like, what the fuck is that? You know? So test is best, because if you need TRT, they're probably going to prescribe your test. Very rarely they're going to say, oh yeah, bro, just take 2 D-balls a day. That's not what the doctor is going to say. You know what I mean? So
there's not really much to add on to that, basically. Whatever a doctor says, when you get your test levels checked and they're low test, you can obviously get the gels, injection, not orals. I don't think they do. Do they
oral testosterone? It's not testosterone. God, there's a few like analogs of test. Can't remember off the top of my head what they're called. Well, obviously, like Debo is testosterone based, but they don't use it for, you know, if they use Debo for everyone, you'd be walking around like them fucking Michelin Man, like just a bunch of like moon phase dudes, like snowman walking around like, yeah, bro, just got my TRT, fucking, you know,
just jack. You might have to lower it down a bit because it keeps like focusing onto like up here.
No, it's because we changed the lighting halfway through.
I know, but like I dipped down and it's focusing on it.
Yeah, cool. I can't fit, bro. We're all the way.
You're 5'1",
bro. But we're all the way back in the car, so we're making some kind of progress here. So to end that question, what's like your opinion on teenagers blasting in order to get social media success?
Teenagers, no. You should definitely wait until you're 21, grown up, being an adult.
At least
an adult, yeah. Because
it's more like 25 before you're fully.
Yeah, but
developed.
You're fully developed, but you can make your own choice. Like at that point, 21, you're pretty much done. So if you're sadly 5'2" like me, you know, then you can't. You've got no more growth spurts. You got no more in the tank. It's fucking over. But yeah, anyway, you've got like.
Jesus. Oh my God.
Yeah, no, you're done developing around about 21, on average, and it's the safest because while you're still developing into an adult. You're an adult, but you're still developing, maturing. Your brain's still, you know, picking up the pieces. So it's still a safe bet to maybe wait a little bit later. But 21, that's around about fine. 18, but that's pushing it. That is really, really pushing it. I'd say maybe go to a doctor. But
sorry, I was just saying after 21, just order it off some black market website and pin it in your ass.
Yeah.
This is a joke. That's a joke, by the way.
No, but yeah, when you're 21, you kind of got like a bit more, not leeway. Once again, I'm not a doctor. I don't know how to do any
You've
of this
lived
shit.
life, and you know that if you feel like shit every single day, then you should get your bloods done and checked. And if you can't get hard, if you have no attraction to women, or if you're tired all the time.
Oh, energy's a big one.
Energy, yeah. Sometimes hair loss, like skin quality even.
It gets
hair
better.
Quality. When you got low T, it gets worse.
Yeah. No, it gets better, doesn't it? Because your skin not becomes more feminine, but when you're on higher levels of testosterone, you're more likely to get acne, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, but that's like hormone imbalances, like estrogen test, free test, and all sorts. Yeah, so, but like, what our opinion is yeah, like we said, if you need to get it done, fucking wait. I mean, unless you're so hypogonadal that you literally cannot live your life without, like, you can't sleep, you don't get energy, your arms are like stick thin, your bones are snapping. Like, this is stuff that your family doctor will figure out before you probably. Like, for example, if you have growth hormone deficiency as a child, you're going to be literally like 4'1". So they might decide to administer growth hormone in a clinical setting. But if you're buying black market growth hormone, which is made somewhere in India, comes here probably already denatured, and then you're just taking some dirty syringe because you don't know anything about sterility, who's taught you, some guy on YouTube, and then you just say, oh yeah, fuck it, I'll just take 10 IUs of growth because that's what, you know, I heard in a Rich Piana video. Oh yeah, I'm gonna look like him. No, you're gonna fuck yourself up.
Yeah, you'll just you won't die, but you'll be really fucked over. So yeah, just like, basically the moral is just go to a doctor, get a test done, then get test. But yeah, you should just test your blood works. But before even thinking about this,
gym,
not even gym.
No,
sleep,
diet,
sleep and diet. Change those two things. See what happens. You could feel 1,000 times better because a lot of these people are like,
don't sleep.
Yeah, they're like, I'm gonna sleep for like 4 hours a day. And then I'm gonna
blast the clothing because I saw it on TikTok.
Yeah, they don't fix any of that, and it's like even then, I don't know about your diet, but my diet is still pretty bad. And I'm still trying to fix that. So I'm not going to even think about doing anything like that. I mean, I want to try and stay natty for as long as possible.
I mean, I know my test levels. I know what they are. I'm not gonna like out myself here. If you can do like a full panel, learn about what all this stuff means, or just ask a doctor who probably knows what it means. Now you're gonna say, oh yeah, doctors don't know shit, I know better than them. If you're like a 15-year-old guy, they probably know better than you. If you're like Rich Piana or whatever, yeah, maybe he knows more than the doctor because it's like his whole life is researching this sort of stuff. Unfortunately, most of your favorite fucking influencer bros are pinning probably every 2 to 3 days.
Anyone who is in the social media business is pinning, basically.
Yeah,
And
or
even if you don't want to
like,
admit it, there's
it's
very,
just-
very few people.
There are some natty guys, there are some natural guys, but even then, I guarantee you they're optimizing every single level of their health and they're playing that boundary. Like, they're playing around with peptides. They're like, these guys are going to be playing around with everything that's WADA approved because it's natty. And like, some of these things are worse for you than gear, but people will do it either way because it's just what they want to do.